Good morning. It is 9 a.m., 72 degrees on this Friday. Thanks for watching Daybreak here on WGRZ Plus. Breaking news this morning. We've just learned that a man is dead after he was hit by a car in Niagara Falls. Police say it happened around 9:30 last night on Niagara Falls Boulevard, right near the intersection with Military Road. Police tell us an 18-year-old woman was driving a Jeep and she hit the 50-year-old man who was walking in the road. He was taken to the hospital where he died. The driver is okay and cooperating with police in the investigation. Police have not yet released the name of the man who died. We'll stay on top of it and we'll bring you the latest. When we learn new information, we'll pass it along to you on Channel 2, online at WGRZ.com, and streaming right here on the WGRZ app. Buffalo's new interim school superintendent is officially on the job this morning. Dr. Ebony Prophet Bullock was sworn in yesterday at City Hall. She was surrounded by supporters as she was sworn in, and now she prepares to lead the district into the new school year. A former teacher, principal, and longtime district administrator, she says her top priority is making sure that students arrive safely and are ready to learn when classes begin September 3rd.
I have one plan, one goal, and that's to make sure kids are getting in safely on September 3rd. And so we're working with a lot of stakeholders internally and externally to make sure that happens.
Prophet Bullock takes over following the resignation of former Superintendent Dr. Pascal Mubenga. She acknowledges rebuilding public trust will be important, but she says her immediate focus is supporting students, teachers, and staff as the district prepares for the start of a new school year. We've got new details about a threat to a Buffalo Public Schools employee that prompted a shelter in place at City Hall Wednesday. Investigators say 32-year-old Willie Jeter assaulted a woman who had an order of protection against him and then made threatening phone calls to her City Hall office. Employees were told to shelter in place as a precaution. Jeter was arrested later that night and was also found to be wanted on a federal fugitive warrant. He pleaded not guilty and is scheduled to return to court Tuesday. Radioactive contamination hotspots in Niagara County are now forcing some residents to leave their homes as the state DEC and EPA continue testing homes, air, and soil for radiation. Families in areas including Love Canal, Fox Avenue, and 99th Street say they are moving and have no plans to return.
We're getting relocated. Yeah. Unfortunately, the time has taken a while. We have to wait till September, but we are getting relocated. But it's just, it's not fair.
We have to wipe everything down. Anything soft we have to get rid of. If it's keepsakes, from kids or dried flowers, I've had to throw them out. Yeah. So we're really not sure at this point what we can take.
And one family we spoke with was trying to install a pool and a playground in their yard when they found metal bars in the ground that tested positive for lead and other chemicals.
If we're finding these chemicals, these constituents that were initially found in Love Canal, 1978, 1993, 1990, whatever, and now we're finding them again in 2026, how could you not think that? Yeah. In my basement, actually.
Yes, I was just going to say we have indoor and outdoor test results, and some of the same things outdoors are now indoors in their sump pump, in the air, we believe, because we can smell it. The concern that we're having is they need to be evacuated today. And we don't seem to be able to get through to the authorities making that decision at the Department of Health.
Mm-hmm. Multiple homeowners tell us their property had levels of radiation more than 100 times more than what's normal. And as these radioactive hotspots continue to pop up around parts of Niagara and Erie counties, we're asking what can be done at the state level. New York State Senate Minority Leader Rob Ortt tells Two on Your Side that he's proposing changes to environmental laws that would allow for the cleanup of radioactive waste to be covered by the state's Superfund program. Right now, the Superfund program only covers what's considered hazardous waste. Ortt says he's also pushing for the DEC to give homeowners more protection for their property values.
I think for a lot of people, just being involved in this, just being a part of all of this, they're worried about what that means for their health, but then secondarily for their property value, right? Their home is their biggest asset, so we want the DEC to provide something that they could put with their deed, with their home paperwork, if they ever sell, that they could provide to another potential buyer or a realtor that says this property is safe, it was inspected by this DEC on this date, and all this information is here, and this poses no risk to your family or potential family should you buy this home.
Senator Ort also believes that this could help make people less hesitant to allow their homes to be tested for possible radiation. Now to an update on a tragic motorcycle crash. Officials have confirmed that a motorcyclist has died after crashing on the Oak Street ramp to the 190. State police confirmed to On Your Side that around 5 o'clock Wednesday, 32-year-old Galen Owens of Lockport was speeding on the ramp. He clipped the concrete barrier and went airborne, hitting a support beam before landing on Exchange Street, 42 feet below the expressway. An autopsy is now underway while the investigation continues. State police are investigating a deadly ATV crash in the town of Wellsville, in which a mother and her 6-year-old daughter were killed. Troopers say 38-year-old Ashley Robichaud was driving along the fence line on Niles Hill Road when the ATV overturned, pinning her and her 6-year-old daughter Emerson underneath. Both died at the scene, and a 3-year-old was flown to Golisano Children's Hospital in Rochester with non-life-threatening injuries. The State Attorney General's Office of Special Investigations says no charges will be filed against deputies in the death of an Erie County holding center inmate in August 2023. The announcement comes more than 2 years after the investigation into Sean Humphrey's death began and nearly 3 years after he died. The AG's office says Humphrey appeared to be having a seizure before becoming physically combative with deputies. Investigators say deputies held him in a prone position while handcuffing him. Humphrey later became unresponsive and died a week later. After its investigation, the office concluded that prosecutors could not prove a crime, so no criminal charges will be filed. A Buffalo man arrested after allegedly following a young girl into an Amherst park and exposing himself to her has been released from custody. The Erie County District Attorney's Office says 39-year-old Joseph Brown will remain under probation supervision, and an order of protection is in place for the victim. Police say Brown also resisted arrest after allegedly exposing himself to the child at Amherst State Park. If convicted, he faces up to 1 year in jail. In health news this morning, the Allegheny County Health Department says the person who tested positive for measles earlier this week is recovering, but health officials also say 2 people who were exposed are now showing symptoms. The health department says the patient came into contact with at least 45 people. The patient was not vaccinated and had recently traveled to Ohio. Health officials say they are working with local clinics to treat the 2 people with symptoms while trying to prevent the highly contagious disease from spreading. All right, 9:08 and 72 degrees right now. Patrick, we are seeing a lot of dark green and some yellow and orange there on the radar. What's happening?
Yeah, it's raining. Luckily, it's not too terribly heavy yet. This is a look at the current radar. Let me get this up here just to get you the latest image, and you can see that most of the rain has been light so far. We'll zoom in a little tighter here, and not much in the way of lightning. In fact, most of the lightning is in Pennsylvania. And you can see the rain is actually, breaking up a little. So bottom line is things are going as planned, some steady rain. We mentioned the chance of a few downpours, and I see one right now heading towards Ripley. That could, in Westfield, that could produce a quick bout of heavy rain. Elsewhere, it's just kind of light rain, and it should pick up a little bit, but then be on the run, on the go by this afternoon. So the rain is going to push out of here. So there it is, rain. Niagara County into Grand Island, down through Buffalo. A little lighter, though, across the south towns and the southern tier. And I think drier weather this afternoon. Tomorrow, a few hit and miss showers. I think in the morning, there could be a couple of thunder showers rolling through, but then a little drier late in the day. And then Sunday, the best day of the weekend. It looks really nice. Still hints at some storms rolling through Allegheny County and then out towards the Finger Lakes. But notice how much of the afternoon is dry, perhaps a few isolated showers here or there. And then tomorrow, you'll notice, watch, some showers move through in the morning. There they are. And then in the afternoon, we kind of have showers on the edges of the lake, if you will, along the lake breeze. So areas closer to the lake should stay dry. And that will lead to a beautiful Sunday with temperatures both days very close to 80 degrees. So for today, showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, maybe a quick little downpour, but then again, the rain should be over with by this afternoon, even though there could be a little drizzle out there. So, you know, it's going to be cloudy. I mean, it's not like this, it's going to be a bright blue sunny day. That's not the case. But the steady rain will come to an end. Cloudy and muggy tonight, down to 70, and then for tomorrow, partly sunny. A few showers are possible. And the long-range forecast, heading to the scrimmage, the Bills scrimmage, the weather looks pretty good. Sunday, beautiful. Monday, this little system here could bring us something to watch, some steady rains later Monday into early Tuesday. Then as we start the Erie County Fair, Channel 2 Day on Wednesday, the weather looks really nice. Temperatures in the 70s. I'll take that any day, right? And then Thursday, there could be a couple of thunder showers. And once again, I think we're in the 70s all the way to and through next weekend, Melissa.
Oh, and hopefully a little drier too, because we don't want a wet Erie County Fair. That's
well,
for sure.
the good news, it has not been very wet here at all in the last 30 days. So a little rain's gonna be fine. Niagara County, I did hear the crops have been struggling a little bit with all the rain there, some flooded fields, a very different scenario in the fields of Erie County. It's been pretty dry.
Yeah, a tale of two cities for sure. All right, Patrick, thank you. All right, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have some Bills news coming up right after this. Welcome back, everybody. 9:13 on Daybreak, and football season got started last night in the Hall of Fame game, which apparently had a really exciting ending. I'm not quite sure.
I heard the comments are it's the greatest Hall of Fame game ever. Apparently, a game that's not known to be very good.
Right. I don't even know who was playing.
Nobody's playing, but this game was really good, and it came down to the final play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we've got some breaking Bills news this morning. Did you hear about O'Cyrus Torrence?
Yeah, I didn't know this was like a thing, but yeah, he's like a billionaire now.
Seems that way. He is the Bills guard. He was in the final year of his rookie season. No one really knew what was going to be happening, but he did just re-sign. The deal totals $78.4 million with more than $46 million guaranteed.
So that is the dream, right? You're a rookie, you don't make very much money. Some rookies flame out and they never make that payday. But the goal is to get that second contract, which he just did.
He certainly did. And so how long did he lock? How long did? Oh, 4-year deal. Okay.
Which is, you know, this is to protect Josh. And, you know, there is no amount of money that you wouldn't pay to make sure that happens. Right. Right? So, good for him.
That was the breaking news this morning. But we are all getting ready to see Highmark Stadium, and that will be happening once the Bills wrap up in Pittsburgh. They're on the practice field right now, though. Is it raining there yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. It will be. So they started practice at 8:30 this morning. We heard from Joe Brady at 8 o'clock this morning. Then the team will come home, and they'll stay here in Orchard Park. And tomorrow night is that blue and red scrimmage that everyone's so excited about. Not, yes, to see the team, but more importantly, to see the inside of the stadium for the first time. Daybreak's Natalie Foss is at the new Highmark Stadium with what you need to know if you are one of the 60,000 who's going to be there tomorrow. Natalie?
If you are one of the lucky people to get a ticket to the return of the blue and red scrimmage, well, it won't just be the players that you'll see practicing on the field, but it'll also be the security staff as well as the ushers, anybody working inside of Highmark Stadium. This will be one of their practices for opening day. This will be the first time that they have the opportunity to see what it's really like with a game day crowd and have the opportunity to practice what they've been working on for the past couple of months. Now, if you're superstitious about what you eat on game day, the stadium will still have plenty of classic stadium food options like pizza logs and pizza as well as hot dogs, but there are also some new local food partnerships that might have fans excited as well. Rizzo's House of Parm, the widely popular restaurant in Crystal Beach that's owned by Maddie Matheson from The Bear, will have a House of Parm chicken sandwich on the menu. And Southern Junction, owned by Ryan Fernandez, a James Beard nominee, will also have a spot at the stadium.
I'd say 50% at least, our clients are coming from Buffalo. Like our customers every day are coming from Buffalo to Crystal Beach, and it's an amazing thing to have that kind of unity.
The fact that they've reached out to us and you know, allowed us to come out here and cook and do things the way we do it is, I mean, I hope people, you know, really react positively to it.
As for parking lots open up at 3 on Saturday and the gates open up at 5. The Erie County Sheriff's Office said they'll be on site to assist with traffic, and parking will cost $5. It'll be really like a game day traffic situation. So make a plan, stick to that plan, and you should be ready to go. Now you can expect some major crowds, as this is the first time many fans are getting the opportunity to go inside of Highmark Stadium. So you might want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. The Bills knew that this was going to be a very popular event, so they also did plan to have a second open practice. That's on August 18th. Tickets for that sold out in a few minutes. So if you don't have a ticket, unfortunately, you won't be able to go, but there'll be plenty of other opportunities to see inside the stadium throughout the season. On your side in Orchard Park, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
There's so much to unpack here about the food. First of all, did you see the beef on weck? It looked so good. A lot of the food looked really, really good. So I'm excited to try that. But the drinking vessels that they revealed yesterday are they're pretty cool. They take it to the next level. So one of them is a bowling ball after Pinto Ron. You know, there's the tradition that you drink something out of it, and I've actually done it before. And it's so disgusting.
We saw it.
And then you slam it on the ground. So there is a tart cherry smash drink, tart cherry smash signature cocktail, and it's served in a little mini bowling ball. And then, you know, the Sabres, beer sabers were so popular and going for hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Seriously?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So now the Bills are doing something similar, and it is the Labatt beer horn. So it's shaped like, you know, a buffalo's horn or tusk. What is it?
A buffalo.
Is it a horn? Well, they're calling it the Labatt beer horn.
I don't want to say that. It's not. Don't know. Horn, right?
It's got to be a horn.
Right.
Or is it? Oh, it's like a horn. It's not. It's here.
This is Melissa's take on buffalo.
Oh my God.
Horns, little hornies.
I'm losing it today.
I think, I guess I've never really put much thought into it.
Okay. So anyway, reusable drinking vessels for Bills fans. And I also cannot believe that the parking lots are opening at 3 o'clock tomorrow for a 7 o'clock scrimmage. There will be 4 hours of tailgating in the Bills lots,
but it's the
which
first
are only $5.
one. It's the first one. That's cool.
And I can't even imagine how early the other lots are opening.
What time are the lots going to open on that Tuesday morning practice? I mean, can people tailgate for that? It's at 8:30 on a Tuesday morning. 60,000 people are going to tailgate, have a breakfast.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow's blue and red scrimmage is really just for the PSL holders. And so they'll be sitting in their seats and getting to see their views for the first time. The next one, that Tuesday at 8:30, was open to anyone. And so that'll be fun to get that opportunity. And then the gates will open, as Natalie said, 2 hours early. So the game's at 7, or the scrimmage is at 7. But for 2 hours, fans will be able to walk around and everything will be open. And they'll be able to go into the clubs, maybe not some of the private suites, but all of the usually restricted areas, like the special clubs, those will be open. So fans can go in and see those. And a lot of the concessions will be open and everything. So you can try the food. Not cheap, though. That's for sure.
What's the bowling ball cost?
I don't know how much the bowling ball costs. I can look that up. But wings, I think for 10 wings, it's like $19. Chicken fingers are like $16. Beers are $15.
Right.
And so a lot of PSL holders were hoping that they would have special pricing with things that are lower. Apparently a couple of the NFL teams do that with like $2 hot dogs and $5 beers in order to reward the PSL holders for spending so much money. It does not seem like the Pagulas are doing that for Bills fans, which is a little bit of a bummer for them. But we definitely will be there, of course, tomorrow to see all the reaction from fans for the blue and red scrimmage. We want to hear from you. Send us lots of your photos so that we can share them with viewers about the cool stuff that you're seeing. And remember the folding table? Do you know that the big 20-foot tall folding table?
It's got like solo cups on it.
Now they put solo cups on it and like ping pong balls, which I think decorates it and makes it look really cool too. So I can't wait to see more of those like little special touches that they continue to add.
And there's other
stadium.
there's other things in there that have names that represent local names. I think I saw.
There's a lot of public art in there, and so some connections.
I think I saw. Again, just from little video clips, that the same things that you all have seen, but I've captured like, that's kind of a tribute to. I think so. There was something that said Peace Bridge. There was like a makeup of the Peace Bridge somewhere in there. Anyway, you'll see more of it, I guess.
Yeah, and so if you are not going to the blue and red scrimmage or the 8:30 a.m. practice or any of the preseason games, if you don't have tickets, there are tours now available. And so we told you about those a couple months ago when the Bills announced that they would be doing them. We didn't really have a lot of details, and now the Bills have put on their website how you can do a stadium tour and sign up for it. You also have to pay for them. They go for about $50 for a 60-minute tour, $75 for a 90-minute tour. But if you want to see inside, that is an option if you aren't buying tickets and not going to any games. So I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I think I probably would be willing to pay it, but as I'm clenching my teeth about it, because we're taxpayers. We paid for the stadium. And so why can't you just sign up and get a free tour?
Get a free tour, yeah. That's just that's the wisdom of a new stadium, you know? It's just, that's how it is, you know? So.
Yep. All right, we'll have more to talk about. It's going to be a busy weekend across Western New York, so we'll tell you what to look forward to coming up right after the break. Welcome back. We are celebrating the return of a really popular summer tradition down in Eden. It is the Eden Corn Fest. It's in its second day already, and Daybreak's Kevin O'Neill was live there this morning during Daybreak, and he's got more.
Family fun, I'm all ears, and so is Eden. I know they're growing big here, but I didn't know it was this big. This is corny, and if you're wondering what this is, we're celebrating 250th. So the theme this year is corn in the USA.
Corn in the USA.
I love it. There it is. There it is. 62nd annual for you, Jeff Winter. Nice to see you. How you doing?
You too, Kevin.
How's the corn this year?
Very good. Excellent. I've eaten some every night this week, and I got to tell you, it gets better every day.
Where does it come from?
Right down the street. I mean, we've got cornfields as close as a quarter mile, but Eden Valley, big farming community.
Eagles, Zitter, what are the names again?
Eagles, Zittles, Henrys.
That's the Henrys was the one I couldn't remember too. They do a terrific job.
Yes.
WD Henry. Okay, so it's more than just corn though. People are looking at video at the festival. It's a lot of food and a lot of fun.
A lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of activities for youths and adults as well. Craft show, cruise night,
sure, go ahead.
Cornhole tournaments, all kinds of good stuff around.
How much is it to walk in?
Nothing.
Right.
It's free.
Right.
It's a free event. Yeah. How do you beat that?
That's right. Walk around, and that's more money for food, more money for fun.
Correct.
And grab a beer and see a band later at night too. Great. And the corn husking competition, the corn shuckers are going to be here as well.
Corn shuckers will be here Saturday. They start at 1 o'clock. And then we've got our media people coming on at 3:30, which is, I think, the highlight of the day on Saturday.
We'll see how they do, how they struggle.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We're going to, sooner or later, Patrick Hammer's going to be a champion.
He's got the practice. Although Brett Allen from WYRK is the reigning champ, country boy.
Brett is 3 years in a row.
Tough to beat. Okay, so is there a website or Facebook?
Yeah, you can go to EdenCornFest.com.
I'll keep it simple. On through Sunday.
On through Sunday at 9 o'clock.
Wonderful. And again, we are ready. This is it. It was on a stalk yesterday, and it's ready to be in your stomach today. Grown in Eden for the Eden Corn Festival, 62nd year. On your side, just south of Hamburg. I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Very good. And you will be out there tomorrow, as we've been mentioning,
yes,
3:30.
Big competition. Us, other media members, other people, shucking corn at 3:30 on the, I don't know if it's the main stage, but it's a stage. It's very cool. Every year, a lot of.
How does it work? Do you have a count at the end of how many you've done?
They give you a pile, okay? And then you do as much of that pile, and it has to come all the way off. You can't partially remove. You got to remove. And there's some people that just have it down. They just literally it comes off. And there's a technique. I never really practice. I just kind of go into it cold. But it's, I think I average.
Are you going to practice tonight?
I might have to, because there's a technique. I mean, the other piles around me are just growing, and I'm like peeling a banana. It's a technique, but it's fun. So I'm going to be glad to be out there tomorrow at 3:30.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Lots of other things going on this weekend also. There is the Taste of Ellicottville happening down in Ellicottville this weekend. The Lewiston Art Festival is happening up there. Really nice to walk along Center Street. Sunday will be the better day for it weather-wise, though.
They're both going to be fine.
It'll be okay?
Ellicottville may have a little shower in the afternoon, but, keep it going. It's going to be fine.
Excellent. And Bison's play tonight as well. It is My City Smells Like Cheerios night with lots of Cheerios swag. And so that is tonight. First pitch is 6:35, and there are fireworks afterwards as well. And what are you doing this weekend?
Eden Corn Festival tomorrow, and then
getting Francesca ready to go to college.
Getting her doing some shopping, getting ready. Because, she's going to be a sophomore, but officially moving away. So emotionally preparing is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because that's a big moment.
Yeah.
That we're not ready
Spend
for.
quality time together.
Yes, we will.
Sure.
We will.
All right. So I guess that's it. Anything else weather-wise? The rain will taper off at what time today?
Probably around lunch. So it's going to stay wet, soggy until like noon, 1 o'clock, and then it's going to stay cloudy, but the steady rain will be done.
All right.
Yep.
Very good. And thanks for joining us, everyone. We will be back here Monday from 4:30 to 9:30.